Good evening, everybody. So I have to admit, I've become very terrible with recording videos and uploading them. And I have a lot of people subscribing and asking questions, and I didn't want to leave you hanging. So I figured I'm going to make some cups. If I record it, and then I have to edit it, and then, it just takes forever. So I figured, why not go live? So I decided to go live. I'm going to finish a geode cup, so I'll give you a tutorial on that. And then I'm going to finish a stripe cup. So we'll see how I finish that. I'll explain how I did it before, and then I'll show you the end process. I'm going to do a marbled wine glass, and then if you hang out longer, I'm going to just do some ombres and some different techniques on some plastic cups just for fun. All right. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray the two cups, these two, the Geode. I'll explain this a little bit. So what I did with this one was I put epoxy straight on a blank empty cup. And then once the epoxy was on, I sprinkled a bunch of different glitters. If you can see, I did chunky, I did regular size, all different shades. All my glitter I get from Mr. Nola Glitter, and you can find them online or on Facebook, and I will put the link to them in the description, or actually I've never gone live, so I don't know if that's a description. I don't know if I can make a comment, something. But I'll find out how to link it for you. So I put the epoxy on the blank cup, and then I just cover it with glitter. I just keep shaking all different glitters until it's fully covered. And then I let that spin overnight, and then I did another coat of epoxy, and I let that spin, and then I sanded it, and I did another coat of epoxy, and now I'm here. So when you do a geode cup, you want it to be smooth. I'm going to hand sand it a little bit because there's some bumps, because if it's not, if there's dimples in it, you're going to see it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hand sand this one. And if you don't know what a geode is, I'll show you a completed one. This is a geode. Basically, it's glitter, and then we'll do alcohol inks. We'll spray paint it, then we'll do alcohol inks, and then we remove the alcohol ink, and it gives it this cool geode effect. So I'm going to hand sand this just to remove a few of the last bumps I feel on there, because you want a pretty smooth surface. I'm just using a I want to say 150. It's the ultra fine sandpaper. I think it's a 150. I can't find the box. Yeah, I think it's a 150. So I'm just going to sand off because there's little tiny spots I can feel. And pay attention to the rim of the bottom, because right there you get some bumps, and you don't really want divots in it. If you can see right here, I sanded a little too much, and I revealed the white cup underneath. But once you see how we do this, it's not going to matter if you have some defective spots, because we're not revealing all of the underneath of this cup. We're just revealing parts that we want. So I'll just make sure that I don't do that spot. All right. So I want to show you how many I'm sanding it, but I have to have some pressure. So if I go off camera, it's because I have to rest on my leg to get a good sand going. So once it feels smooth, which we're just about there, you're going to do what you always do after you sand, and we're going to wipe it down with alcohol. And it feels good. So I'm going to grab my paper towel with some alcohol. We're just going to wipe it down, just to get all that sanding residue off. All right, so there's that. I think y'all have the ability to comment. I think I turned that on. Like I said, this is my first time going live on YouTube. But if you can comment, feel free to comment. I love to answer questions. All right. So now I'm gonna step away off camera for a second, and I'm gonna spray paint this cup all white. I'll get my glove on because I hate getting spray paint all over my hands. All right. The spray paint I like to use is, well, it was just down here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had sprayed some cups out front and I forgot I put this in the garage. Alright, so I'm going to step away and just go spray paint this cup all white. I'm starting with a light coat because I don't want to have runs in it. So I just started with the light coat, and I'll do another coat here in a minute. So I'm going to set this over to dry, and I'll explain the other cup I'm going to be working on tonight. Alright, so the next cup I'm going to work on tonight is going to be a marbled cup. And this one also is going to get spray painted white, and then it's going to get epoxy put on it, and we're going to drizzle some really cool colors on it using acrylic paint mixed with epoxy. And then we're going to also do epoxy mixed with some glitter to accent. It's going to look really marbled. So let me go spray that, set those aside, and then I'll show you how I finish these two cups that I have to finish. Alright, so I just sprayed that with a light coat like the other one. So, the cup I'm going to finish tonight is, I did with score tape. So that's kind of like, here's some finished products of it. Here's one done with score tape. It gives you really straight, symmetrical, perfect lines. Here's another one I did with score tape. So you get the nice straight lines. And this is the one that we had to fix. So I used a white on this one. It was a white that I had bought at AC Moore. And you can see that it's very transparent and the black bled, and it's not what I want it to look like. I usually would use West Bank from Mr. Nola Glitter, but I was out. But I reordered. So we are going to fix it. It's going to be easy. It's going to be a little bit more time consuming than when I first did it. And I have a tutorial on score cups, so you can see how I do them. But in the end, it's going to turn out fine. So what I'm going to start with is, because I use a lot of this white, I like to save it. I'm going to get a plate to catch my glitter. And then I have my Mod Podge. All right. Bring a light over here so I can see better. And let me tilt y'all down a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay. So with the score tape, I'll give you a little quick rundown on that. It's this tape. It's double-sided. Basically, you cover the entire cup with the tape. When you peel this back, it's adhesive on both sides, but when you peel it back, it's adhesive on one with paper on the other. So you'll cover the cup, and then line by line, you peel the paper off, and as you peel one line of paper off, you glitter it. As you peel the other one off, you glitter it. This one I did 2 lines at a time to have thicker stripes. So the method that you're going to see me do is kind of just like a oopsie, I need to fix something method. So what I'm going to do, I already did it on the black. I went back over the black because there was some spots I missed. And I'm doing the white. So I'm just going to take a paintbrush. I'm going to dip it in my Mod Podge. And I'm just going to go over where I have white now. And just get as close to the edge as possible. All the way around with Mod Podge. And then I'm going to take the pure white glitter that I finally ordered. And I'm going to put it on top. So, who out of everyone who's watching, have you made cups before? Or are you watching to get into it? Just give me a little feedback. Is there a cup that you really want to try, that you're scared to try, and you'd like to see me do a tutorial on it? I love to try new things. I like to try new things for the first time on videos or like this on lives, because I've watched tutorials where they don't mess up, and then I'm like, well, what happens if I mess up? Like, what happens if this happens? I don't know. So I'd rather have a tutorial where I actually mess up and then I show you how I fix it, so that when you're doing it in real life and you mess up, because we all do, you're like, oh yeah, okay, she did that. Well, then when she did this, then she did this to fix it. So I feel like those are more helpful tutorials. Got a little thick right here, so before I put the white, I'm just gonna go back and wipe that off. This is not the best paintbrush. I had a good one, but of course the kids think that they can just come into my craft room and take whatever they want. So I'm pretty sure that's where my brush went. To need a better brush though. Let's see what I have. Might have a better one down there. This one might work better. It's a little stiffer, so I can get on these edges. Oh, that's way better. So this one is working a lot better. I put way too much Mod Podge with that weird floppy brush that I was using. So I'm just going to spread stuff out so I get a better even coat. Okay, there we go. So now that I have it, oh, you had a comment? Oh, hello. I do. I wipe with alcohol after I sand. I guess I didn't see y'all's comments come up. Oh, what did it say? Cancel. I don't know. Oh, it's nice to see you. No, they never come out perfect. I spend more time fixing cups than I do actually making cups. Alright. So now I'm just going to sprinkle this white. So I like to sprinkle it lightly, and then I'm going to take a brush that I don't have Mod Podge on. There we go. And spread it. Even though I'm catching it, I'm going to get as much on the cup as I can. I missed your comment. I'm sorry. It doesn't notify me. And they like fade away. So I have to like go back and click them. So if you see me like weirdly looking at the camera, it's because I'm trying to quickly see if there's any comments. What?
Guess what?
What?
I finished
Alright, I'll come see it in a minute. I'm doing it live.
Sure about that? Yes, you are.
You brought it down here?
Hello.
Alright, go. I'll come see it in a minute.
Okay.
I'm just fixing a couple spots with my nails that I saw that got off.
Okay. I'll play with it. My phone's dead.
Alright, so see the difference in that white versus the other white? This light is bad for this. Looking at this. Okay. So you can see it's more of a pure white versus, and it's a little bumpy, but once I put epoxy on it and sand it and stuff, all that will go away. I'm just more worried about the color. Alright, next line. Luckily we only have 4 of these. Oop, Mod Podge on my pants. I probably should have named my YouTube channel like The Messy Crafter, because I'm probably the messiest crafter ever. And I always like say, oh, I'm going to change my clothes before you make a cup. And then I don't. And then I get epoxy and Mod Podge on my favorite clothes. So, let's see. These cups, if I used the right white to begin with, I would not be doing this. The score cups are actually probably my favorite cups to do. Just because there's no epoxy, you stick some tape on a cup, peel it off, put the glitter on. You don't have to wait for it to dry. I mean, I do spray it with the crystal clear enamel. I wait for that to dry, but still, it's not bad. So once we get this cup done, actually after this line, I'm going to go spray another round of spray paint on the 2 cups I did earlier. So that way, once this is done, we can do probably the geode, because that's going to be fun. And that one's half done. And then after the geode, I'll do the marble. Now the marble is the first time for me. And tomorrow night, I'm going to do the most prettiest glitter. The prettiest glitter. I just bought it. It takes a little bit, so I'm not doing it tonight because I have all these other ones I have to finish. But I'll show you the glitter here in a second. It requires heat. It's a glitter that activates with heat, and it's amazing. If you commented, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Almost all the way around. All right. Alright, got all the way around on that one. Just gonna take my glitter, sprinkle it on. I'm gonna take this brush. Sprinkle on the glitter. I know I'm not using the brush anymore. It's taking too long. I get impatient sometimes. So there's 2 lines. Alright, I'm gonna go spray those cups. I'll be right back. One done. Spray the other one real quick. sprayed. Now they'll be ready to go by the time we're ready to do them. All right, I'm back. If you notice, my YouTube channel is called Vinos and Vinyl. I like to drink a little wine while I craft. I feel like I'm more artistic that way. All right, almost done with this one. When I'm done with these fixing these stripes that I messed up, what I'll do is spray it with a crystal clear enamel. In about an hour, it should be dry. I mean, usually I don't wait an hour, like if I'm just doing like an ombre or one color, but because this one is black and white, which is probably one of the hardest colors to do, I don't want those glitters to transfer at all. I would even say maybe even wait overnight and let that crystal clear enamel really dry and lock those colors into place. So that way when you go to epoxy it, you don't have black in your white and white in your black. It's crazy looking at it up close how not white that white is that I used. Like I said, it was a white that was Macy Moore. It was called Pure White. But then I got the West Bank from Mr. Nola Glitter, and it is definitely, that is a pure white. As I get further down the cup and it's slimmer, it doesn't take as long to get around. See, that's another thing I like about live. I like to give quirky comments, tips, whatever. And then when I go to edit, I'm like restricted on time from YouTube, so I end up cutting a lot of my little funny, quirky, weird comments out, which some people might enjoy. All right, last little bit right here. All right, perfect. Now I'm gonna take my white. Ooh, sometimes I pour a little too much. That's why I have the plate. Oh, this is looking great. Like I said, once we epoxy, all those little bumps and lumps and stuff will come out. All right, last layer. And then we'll move on to the geode, which is, I love doing the geodes. They're so fun. We get to use alcohol inks. We get to use alcohol. There's really no wrong way to do them. So it's very much whatever looks good to you. Oh no, I dropped some, it was in the white. So I was gonna take some glitter and put it on there. All right, that's good. I dropped a little Mod Podge on the cup. I had too much on the brush. So I just sprinkled a little glitter on it and called it good. I like to describe it I'm not a perfectionist, but I make pretty damn near perfect cups. Because I am very sloppy and I develop my own methods of doing things, but my cups come out looking awesome, so I'd be doing something right. All right, let's see. That's that, and let's just get the bottom. I'm gonna use this fat brush for the bottom, just because I don't really have to be Watching out for the lines and stuff. All right, last layer. All right, so there it is. Black and white stripes. So now, first thing I'm going to do is pour this glitter back into the jar because I've forgotten to do it before, and then I go to stir another cup and it mixes and I get real sad. All right. So I'm going to spray this cup with the crystal clear enamel. I'm going to let it dry. At least an hour, if not overnight. You don't want those colors to transfer. I feel like this one is empty. Doesn't sound it, but nothing's spraying. Okay, got another one. Alright, so now I sprayed it, and I'm going to let it dry. And I'm going to grab our Geode cup. It's time for the fun. Oh, it's not like dry yet. I'm going to let it dry for another minute while I talk to y'all. Alright. So for the Geode cup, we're going to use our alcohol inks. Little dish for my brushes. I'm going to wash later. We're going to use alcohol inks. If you weren't here at the beginning, what I did was I took a blank plain cup, silver, white, whatever color you want. You don't have to prime them. Like the wine glass I did, I primed, but I don't have to prime the geodes. You take that, you put epoxy on it, and then you just start sprinkling glitter until it's fully covered. And then I did epoxy. No, I put the epoxy on, put the glitter on, let it spin. When it came off, then I put more epoxy on, let it spin overnight. And then I sanded it. And then I put another coat of epoxy. And at that point, if it's smooth, then you're good. And you can start where we are starting tonight. If it's not, you're going to want to do it again. You want to have a smooth cup when you do this, because you will see all of the doodles. Alright. Let's get this last color. I'm using blues and turquoise, blues and teals. Alright, and then I have my dabbers. And then I have my little alcohol pads. So, well, we finished waiting on that cup to dry. I'll show you some. This is Mr. Noah's glitter. I don't work for them. I have no promise to them to talk about their products, but I will tell you that what I'm saying is true. Like, their glitters are phenomenal. You can tell a difference in the cups. You can tell a difference in the colors. Ooh, these are the cups that we're going to do tomorrow. We're going to do a cup with these. These require heat. Let's see if I can bring the light over if you can see these. I'm doing these tomorrow. So yeah, Mr. Noah glitter is amazing. Let's see some other colors that I love. Oh, this one is amazing. I'm trying to like show you. There we go, like that. Look at just the shimmer that they have on them. This one is incredible. It's like a blue and purple mix. Anyway, so this is one of my favorite ones. It's not Recollection, it's Mr. Nola. Oh, look, the picture does not come across good at all. And then they have this one color called Crew Juice. And I mixed this into all of my epoxies if I wanted to have a sparkle. So like this cup, I wanted to have more sparkles, so I put the Crew Juice in the last coat of epoxy and then put it on. And see that sparkle that it has? Love it. All right. I think our cup is ready to go. Yeah. We're gonna have to let it dry more anyways after the alcohol ink. Okay. So, the cup was glittered and then it was sprayed. Now it's white. So what you do is you have your alcohol inks. I'm using Indigo. These are the what is this brand? It's from Michaels. Forget the name of it. It's been a while. So this guy's signature. I forget, but I'm using Indigo. I'm using Sailboat Blue. I don't think I'm using this. No, that's Emerald. I'm using Turquoise. That's a pearlescent turquoise, just to give it some little sheen. I'm using Mermaid. Yeah, just Mermaid. I have another called Mermaid Scales. And I'm using Stream. I moved and I think something leaked on them. Alright, so what you'll do is you grab one of your little pads. You can reuse these. When you're done with them, you put them in a little container with some alcohol and let them sit overnight. You can wash them out. Alright, so it's pretty easy. We have our white cup. And we're going to just put some alcohol on the pad. And we're just going to start dabbing it. Just change out the pad, but just remember what color goes to which so you can reuse it when you decide to use that color again. I'm going to use Mermaid. Need a little bit more on here. I always forget the bottom. Don't forget the bottom. Alright. And I think I'm gonna do indigo, but not a lot of indigo because it's a pretty dark color, and I like how this cup is on the lighter side. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on like the, see where that little drop is? I'm just doing a little bit of the indigo. I'm just gonna not do it in a lot of places, randomly, and then as I go back around, I'll be able to spread it. Fill it in. It might not look like a lot right now, but when once I get through all the colors, I will go back and see which ones I should add. Also spray some alcohol on it. Alright, so now we're gonna do Stream, which is a darker turquoise. Probably should have done a little bit more. So, now that I got it all covered, I'm just going to go back with my dabber right now and kind of spread things out. And then see, like right here, I know I need some more blue because it's very turquoise there. That side, I feel like is nice. So, and I don't know what's going on with the bottom here. I have to work on that. I'm going to take, I think the indigo.
Mama,
Yeah?
can you open these two Play-Dohs?
You have to wait, because I can't the second.
How long?
Until I get this going.
Is it almost done going? Is it almost ready to go? Is that a Geode?
Yeah, it is.
Are you finishing it?
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to copy off this one?
No, I was just using it to show them what it's gonna, kind of what it's gonna look like in the end. See, this indigo really darkens things up. But it's okay.
My mommy got me toys today. 2 toys. But then my grandparents got me others.
Alright, here, let me open them. Give them to me.
That's how new Play-Doh is.
I can get this open.
Ooh.
There's one. You have like 30 minutes and you have to go to bed. There you go.
To sleep?
Yeah, to sleep.
I'm playing
Alright,
football.
so I really like how this is turning out. Especially because, you know, even if it has like, this has a big spot right here. But I'm going to remove a lot of it when I do the geode effect. So I actually think I don't want to touch this anymore. Because I know what's under it. So that's that. If you don't dab it right and you have some harsh lines, or you think you want it to spread more, I really like kind of the scaly effect. If you want it to spread more, you can always put a little alcohol in your dabber and dab it with alcohol. Here, that's what I always do. I always say I'm done, and I always go do some more. Oh, I didn't do that pearl one. And if you put a lighter color on top of a darker color, it's gonna bleed through it and create like a ring in the different colors. It blends it really well. So if it's really dark, you lighten it up with lighter colors. All right. I think that's perfect. What do y'all think? Remember, we're going to remove it and we're going to reveal the glitter that's underneath. But I'm going to go set this in the fan to dry. Because we can't do that until it's dry. And I think what I'm going to do is start mixing up for that pearl. I know, sorry, the marble. Let's see. Once we get everything mixed for the marble, I have to start it once I mix it. This alcohol inks actually dry pretty fast. I'm going to keep the 3 that I used separate because I'm going to soak them in alcohol, and actually I have my little bin right here. So I just put them in the bin, take a little alcohol, saturate them with alcohol, and just let them sit for a little bit. And then rinse them out with water, and they're good to go. So, what I need to do is wait for this to dry. We're going to do the marble cup. I think we should finish the geode first, because once I mix the epoxy for the marble, you have to do it. So I'm going to go refill my cup real quick. Please hang out. I won't be long. Or I could get off and come back on. Let's do that, because I don't want to make y'all wait. I don't know how long I mean, I say it dries fast, but how about I do this? And I will make this part 1. I'm going to get off for, I'd say, 15 minutes max, and then I'll be back, and I'll have part 2, which will be finalizing all the cups. All right? Thanks so much for watching the beginning. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. You're awesome. I make these videos because I love to help. If you look through the links, my email address is on there somewhere, because I do get emails randomly from people on YouTube, which I don't mind, and I will always reply. So I think it's on the ombre tutorial. Somewhere there's my email address if you want to ask me direct questions. But please give it a thumbs up. Only reason I ask is I just want to share. I want my videos to be spread to more people, and I want to be able to share and teach. All right, 15 minutes. I'll be back on live, and with part 2, finishing the geode and doing the marble. And trust me, you want to be there. The marble cups are awesome. All right, real quick, the marble cup is one that you can do in one night, and you can use it the next day because it's going to be done. I love doing paint and epoxy mixed cups because you don't have to wait. You don't have to re-epoxy, you don't have to sand. It spreads and it flattens itself out, and it's ready to go. So that's a really cool cup. All right, 15 minutes. See you then. Bye.